All right, here we go. Another MK1 video for me to check out and just hope and pray that this gets a little bit better. I was not impressed on the initial reveal trailer and then the gameplay trailer. If you follow me, you've seen these videos, you already know where I'm coming from on that. I'm a longtime Mortal Kombat fan, always have been, always will be, and it just was a little underwhelming. A few things that are brought to my attention right off the bat. The color palette and the tone of the game has been changed drastically. Is that a bad thing? I think that's going to be personal preference. It's going to be subjective. I'm used to Mortal Kombat being dark and mature, and now we've got it very colorful, bright, and poppy. I understand it's a different universe, a different realm, time because of the change of events. I get where they're going with it. Is it going to change Mortal Kombat for me because of that? We're going to find out. So let's check out this thing. Just initially, the reactions. Just looking at it right now. Again, the graphics look okay. Like, I kind of like the palette. I really love this. This feels like MK3 all over again. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the whole matchup screen where you put in your like combat code and shit like that, that feels awesome. Again, very bright colors, and it looks good. It doesn't look great.
I've learned your secret.
That looks great. This looks awesome. I really fucking love this. MK3 matchup screen. I fucking love it. I think that looks cool as fuck. Again, I love the old characters. I love the costumes. Like, look at Jax. Look at Sonya. Like, this stuff looks cool.
It is better now that we serve ourselves.
But, like, look at the level right here. Why are we fighting in Johnny Cage's mansion? How is that an MK locale?
You aren't the first, Takahashi.
It just takes me out of it a little bit. Like, and now we're in a bar? Why? Like, that doesn't... Where's, like, the nether realm looking areas, the grim areas? I like the outdoor ones. The forest that we saw earlier with the vegetation. Like, that looks fucking amazing. But the rest of these, like... The overlook on the mansion? Like, who? What the fuck is that? It just doesn't feel like MK to me. And I know it sounds like I'm bitching.
Countess Jade close.
But fuck, man. I just want MK to be MK.
Is it possible you could be
like, I was so excited about this game. And I'm still going to play it, obviously. But there's definitely a mood change and a tone change to the game.
I've been looking forward to this fight.
You enjoy losing that much?
Love the feel of depth, like how it feels like it's like got a 24mm lens or an 85mm lens on the camera. It looks cool. Like, they're definitely giving it a very cinematic feel to it. So there's a lot of things they did really well. Love the character select screen. I actually like the background, even though it's like bright and colorful. Like, in this situation, you still see the dragons off in the distance. That's very MK reminiscent.
It is my duty.
So we've got a 4K trailer for the gameplay. I think it's like 7 minutes worth of it. Already the graphics, I mean, obviously because it's 4K. I mean, it looks better. It just doesn't look great. It doesn't look like a step above MK11. And with the darker tone of MK11, it just looked better. You can hide some of those muddy textures in dark lighting. You can't do that shit when everything's really bright. And don't get me wrong, like, the stage looks beautiful. Like, the background and the vista looks amazing. The water effects and the pool look cool. I'm gonna tell you what I noticed right off bat. One of my complaints in the gameplay reveal trailer was that the animations looked clunky. I'm not seeing that so much right now. You know, maybe they rendered the trailer in like 30 frames per second or something like that. Like, I just don't understand why they would do that, but it was obvious that the animations and the transitions were not crisp and smooth. But now that I'm watching this raw footage of gameplay here, you can tell that the animation's a solid 60 and very smooth. I love how dynamic the camera angles, like, shift in and to the side and they pan across for the throws. That looks really fucking cool. And we're seeing all this for the first time. The air juggles, I'm really excited about that, and like the possibilities that you have with air juggling into strings with your cameo character. Getting a look at a fatality. See, so like the over-exaggerated facial expressions give a cartoony feel, which brings me back to MK9. So my OGs that are watching the video now, they know what I'm talking about. Whereas like MK10 went away from MK9 cartoonish feel, but it was still a little cartoonish with a little bit more realism. And then MK11, I think, made the biggest jump to realism. You know what I'm saying? And then this one right here, still MK11 feel in terms of graphics, but the facial expressions went back to being a little bit more cartoony. Like I want it to feel dark, and it just doesn't feel that way. That the exaggerated, like him in the fatality. You know, it's like we got this bar or cabin stage for Mortal Kombat. It just doesn't feel, again, like a Mortal Kombat arena. And I know this stage is from obviously the storyline, but like you got a TV in the background, like, I don't know. Very detailed, looks good, but like the character model of the people in the background here, that looks like shit. That looks bad. Again, I know the game is supposed to be released in September, so I'm taking it all with a grain of salt, trust me. But I do feel better about the animations, the transitions, like all that stuff. The graphics and the animations and the gameplay look very on par with MK11. They do. I'm just looking for an improvement, right? I mean, we're talking about how many years since MK11? I'm talking about a huge improvement. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I was hoping for. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments about bitching about it, but we're talking about a long-time MK fan from the original days. This is a brutal fatality right here. This one's fucking... Very cool angles. You know, I like how it finishes the fatality and then you have your character pose like in the distance. I love all that shit. I think they did a great job with the cinematics and the panning and the cropping of their camera. I thought they did a great job with that stuff. Like I love all the I love the seamless transition from the matchup screen into the gameplay. That stuff's cool. Like look how dynamic that view was from low to high. Like I love that shit. Very cinematic, very cool. And the lighting is great. The lighting is great, but I would argue that's not MK-ish. I love the breakers with the cameos. I love the you know, the tie-ins with the cameos into a combo string. Like all that stuff's really fucking cool. And with me being like right there, with me being so nostalgic in anything old, like just bringing those characters back in that form, and I love that touch. Look, the gameplay is going to be awesome. Like NetherRealms knows what they're doing with the Injustice games and then the MKs previous to this. Like they know what the fuck they're doing. It's going to be a great game. I was just looking for, man, that fucking home run, man. I love the cameo fatalities. Fucking love this right here, man. A fresh take on the old school fatalities. Like that fucking bricks me up.
Am I to blame for my enemies?
But is Liu Kang gonna have his old fatality? We saw the Sub-Zero one in the other one. I want to see the new Scorpion fatalities. Like all those old ones, that shit is awesome. Like look at the model texture on Kano. Like you can tell, like, what is he, 20 years old in this version? I mean, he could possibly be. Like that string right there, that special move right there looks like shit in the gameplay reveal trailer. Looks a lot better, like right there. It looked very smooth. no frames missing. I just feel like they rendered the video or the trailer itself in a low FPS, maybe 25. I don't know, man. It just looked clunky, but everything looks great. Like, so that's been solved for me.
Round 2, fight.
Maybe there'll be some improvements to the graphics. I don't know. Maybe there'll be like, I don't know. Maybe some of the textures aren't in here. Maybe they're not rendering the game at full resolution for now because they're worried about performance. Maybe all that stuff has to be optimized right now. So again, man, September there's still a lot of time here. And again, I have all the confidence in the world that they know what the fuck they're doing. So I think it's going to be okay. So can I ask an honest question? And please answer this in the comments. Am I the only one that misses the old school 2D fatalities? And here's what I mean by that. When you do a fatality now, it goes into a cutscene. So it's literally a movie. So you might as well stop the gameplay and push play on the VCR because you're just watching film. You're watching a movie, a cutscene moving forward. So it doesn't feel like they're actually doing a fatality. It's always felt like that to me since they started doing this. I think it was MKX that did it. I'm not sure if MK9 did. No, it did in MK. So MK9, 10, and 11, they went to the cutscene fatalities. I don't know, man. I just liked where the old pixels or the old player models are just like doing this to the model in real time. I like that, and I kind of miss it. I wish they would kind of bring something like that back. Beggars can't be choosers. They're bringing a lot back as far as nostalgia for me, so I'm very happy for that. So I can't be upset. Like, I love this. I love the victory, the hero shot, the victory scene. I love that shit. It's cool. Let's go. It's such a stupid fatality, but man, it's such a great throwback. Textures look good on his boot right here. I love that. That's cool. See, I just wish it went, it just takes me out of it. It feels like I'm just watching a movie. But anyways, that's a small gripe. We love the fatalities. I love the creativity. I love the throwbacks. I love the homage. I love all of that. Bring me more of that. I'm sure you got more surprises in there. Let's fucking see it. Get us super excited, man. September is when this thing's going to be released. You know I'm going to be on it. I see you guys on the next one.